Hello everyone, happy Friday to you. Yay, it's finally the weekend. And today for my Countdown to Christmas series, I'm going to make a Christmas card using this Stamp & Cut set from Hero Arts. It is the Santa's Elves Stamp & Cut set. So cute. It has a little girl elf and then two little boy elves and then the coordinating die that will cut all three of those out. And since it didn't have a sentiment, I'm pulling in this stamp set. It's from Jelly Bean Soup, and it's from Christmas Cheer Chowder. And I thought that the sentiment would go really good with this set. So I'm just going to peel this little stickies off the back of my stamp here. Then I wanted to show you how this one die will cut out all three of the images. And I thought that was pretty neat. So, you get the coordinating die. That's the great thing about the Stamp & Cuts. And another great thing is the price point on them is wonderful. I think this one was $10. I'll find it and then I'll leave a link below to where you can get it if you're interested. Now, I'm going to stamp these images on some cardstock. This is Canson's XL Heavyweight Mixed Media cardstock. I'm going to be using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers to color these guys in. And so this cardstock works really good for me for that. I just placed it in my mini Misty. Since the little elves were on the larger side, I thought I'd probably have to stamp twice. I'm just going to ink them up with my VersaFine ink. And I'm going to do it again because they didn't stamp too well the first time. And so there's our little images, and I think they're going to be so fun to color in. Now I'm going to add some clear embossing powder. This one is called Crystal Clear Embossing Powder from Nuvo. I always like to use clear embossing powder when I use my Zig markers because it contains the watercolor. I'm going to color these in. I'm going to also use my water brush along with my markers. And I'm going to play some music while I color it in. And I will catch you back when the music's done playing. Okay, I have my images colored in, and I colored in pretty basic, just using greens and reds. I'm just going to use that die and cut them out. And then I have this paper pad. It is from Doodlebug, and it's called Milk and Cookies. It's a cute little paper pad. And so I'm going to cut out this brick pattern paper and then also this green pattern paper. It has itty bitty polka dots on this green one. I'm just going to trim it down so this green strip will fit on my panel here. Once I have that done, I thought that the green strip needed a little bit of a white border, so I had a piece of scratch paper that I had die cut out with a rectangle die that had stitching. I just trimmed it down and I added that to the bottom. So the bottom of this green cardstock will have a little bit of a stitched line. Great way to use your scraps up. Okay, now I have a piece of vellum here that it is trimmed down also to the size of my panel there, and I'm just going to place that directly in the center. I used my tape runner right in the center, and I'm going to be covering up the tape with my elves, so I didn't think it would show. Now for a little bit of an accent, I grabbed some black and white baker's twine, and I'm just going to tie a bow. Just going to go around it one time and tie a bow on that green strip there. I thought that the black and white went really good, especially with their little stockings, the little elf stockings. I'm just going to add some foam tape behind there. And then I'm going to remove the backing and place that on my panel towards the bottom. Okay. I'm going to trim that off a little bit. And then I had already added some foam tape behind my little elves. And so I'm just going to remove the backing and kind of position my elves where I think they would look the cutest. So there, I had the little girl in the middle and the two boys on the outer edges. And then we're going to stamp the sentiment. The sentiment for this card, I picked the one in the Jelly Bean Soup stamp set from my stash that says, "The elves are watching you." And then I used a thought bubble for my stash, and I just cut that out. I'm going to pop that up with some foam tape and place that right on the top there. This card was a super simple card, but I thought the elves were just so sweet. I'm going to add some tape behind here, and I'm going to place that on my card base. Just a regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch white card base here. Now, of course, we need some shimmer. So I have these gems. I'm going to use the red and the green gems, and I added them to the elf on the buttons and then on top of the hat. And that's it. That's my card for today. I hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And if you're new and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I wish you a fantastic weekend, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.